I should be good now. I'm gonna do my little what's good, peoples. It's your boy, TheHumorousLman 18. TheHumorousLman. I forgot I got rid of that. I keep saying that, but like, anyway. Normally, if I don't have my face cam on, I don't be trying to do my intros. But we gonna talk about this game award shit. You know what I mean? And I'm playing Anthem with homie Chris. You already know the vibes.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Yeah, but we gonna talk about the game awards today. Well, tonight, since I just finished watching it and I felt like talking about it. Chris didn't really watch too much of it because that shit made him feel bored like in 5 seconds, like in a record event. So I'm gonna just let him get like his brief thoughts on it while this game loads.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The moment they hit the what was it, the pre-starts shits, alright, I'm bad at talking, so I ain't gonna hold you. So if you hear me sound like an idiot, because I most likely am for a little bit, I ain't gonna hold you. But once I figured Forza Horizon was gonna catch the trophy, I said no. That was already strike one for me. Not saying that they don't deserve the trophy. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just when I start to, comprehend where this is going. Yeah, no, because I'm not gonna let the competition that they have for Forza and everybody else. It was like spit in the face. It was Forza. We all knew it was Forza. Like, it kind of just yelled out Forza. Not saying that the games didn't have any chance, but the games didn't have any chance. Feel me? Damn. And after the musical shit, I had PTSD of the old whatever Xbox shit they pulled. Long story short, I'm gonna just make it make more sense. Every time I see a musical in any form of game announcement, game award type of thing, I get PTSD of Tetris. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, it hurts me because I see fancy music, I see the thematics and all the great shit, and then boom, Tetris. No, I couldn't trust it. It could have been fucking Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 3. Like, here, I couldn't trust it. I'm sorry. It's PTSD. War was in my head.
All right, so I'm guessing you got your thoughts out. So I invite you, by the way.
Alright.
But basically, most of my thoughts on the show, on the Game Awards show, I thought to myself, because me and Chris was, well, once Chris left because there was a Hellblade 2 trailer, and he was just like, yeah, I gotta take a shit. I'm good on the Game Awards shit, right? And unfortunately got their little dozen shit. I'm gonna talk about that a bit later in my little monologue thing. But basically, if we were to sum it up, like, the Game Awards by itself was pretty mid. It was gassed up quite a bit when I saw a few games. You know what I mean? Because when I first, I really wasn't that interested in the Game Awards outside of like Jeff Keighley fucking hyping up fucking Sonic for whatever reason. I don't know what it was about. But that nigga straight up said that there was gonna be a Sonic 2 movie trailer, and then all of a sudden the Sonic movie Twitter was on fucking fire. Like, they was showing the poster and all this other shit, and I was like, yo, we might actually see some Sonic shit. And then on top of that, they mentioned the fucking Sonic game, and I'm like, hey yo, there might be some Sonic stuff there. And I looked at the thing, and I was like, okay, so I'm mostly gonna be watching for Sonic. And basically I did, because the Sonic movie 2 trailer was fucking fire. Like, they showed Knuckles and shit, and I was like, yo, that was fucking gas. Like, the way Knuckles pulled up to the fucking scene, like, that shit was dope as fuck. But in terms of the Sonic Frontiers game that they showed, that shit, I'm not gonna lie, as like a hardcore Sonic fan, my first stream was fucking Sonic Forces, even though it was a pretty mid game. It's like, I thought there would have been more to that trailer. Like, they showed the CGI trailer, which we all know Sonic knows how to do fucking CGI trailers, but you know, in terms of actual gameplay, they showed like, you know, kind of what Sonic looks like in these worlds and shit, and they kind of showed like set pieces and shit. At first glance, I would have thought like they were showing off fucking Breath of the Wild or something, if you know, it didn't look cartoony. Well, you know what I mean, like it didn't have like that cartoon look, but it still had that vibe of Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, you can't do that for Sonic. Like, the last game we got was Forces, and then after that we have this new Frontiers game. I want to see more gameplay. That's all I'm saying. In terms of the Sonic stuff, but you know, in terms of the overall show itself, like I said, it was pretty mid. Like, you know, they showed a lot of trailers for stuff that I didn't really care about. Like they was dead ass showing mobile games there, and I'm like, why are there a bunch of mobile games here? Like, I don't give a fuck about Fortnite. I don't give a fuck about Rocket League Mobile Edition, Genshin Mid-Pack. Like, these are games I don't give a fuck about, bro. And they kept shoving them in my face. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, that shit looked lame. Like, it wasn't really lame. It was just like, it felt like ads more than anything. Like, you know how like YouTube would show like a bunch of ads for stuff you probably don't even care about. Like, at one point they were showing, well, at 2 points they showed gamers Spotify Wrapped, and I'm like, why are they showing people like, why do we care about what gamers listen to in terms of music? This is like, you know, cool. You know, a lot of gamers listen to rap stuff by Polo G, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, I listen to Polo G. I'm not like special or anything. So, but they showed the Suicide Squad game, which looked fucking fire. They had this Arc Raiders game that looked cool. Hellblade 2, we finally got a chance to see. It looked interesting, I guess, but it definitely gave off vibes of like Attack on Titan. Is anybody actually moving or playing the game? Chris?
Oh, I am. I'm just looking at some memes real quick while you were saying something.
Oh, okay. But like, what was I saying? Hellblade 2 gave off Attack on Titan vibes. I just said that, but the Suicide Squad trailer looked fire. Arc Raiders. They had this zombie. They had this fucking Wild West game. It looked fun as fuck. It looked pretty fire, but yeah. I mean, but that was part of the pre-show though. Like, if that was part of the main, I wouldn't have minded if that was part of like the main show. So I was just like, all right, I guess. Like, it looked pretty fire, but I'm just like, I'm trying to actually like remember the stuff I actually liked and cared about, because like I said, there was a whole bunch of like fucking filler, like, you know, a bunch of shit that I just straight up did not care about. That the stuff that I actually did care about had almost no impact, because I'm just like, I'm bored type shit. And I was like there was like a whole roll of fucking games that was just like straight up snooze fests, and I'm about to die. Hold on. Like, but that was for the games announced and shit, like the games shown. Like, oh, they showed Forspoken and more Forspoken. They gave a release date for that one. More Horizon Forbidden West gameplay, and I think that's it. If I remember anything else, I'll probably say it later in the stream. But like, yeah, in terms of the games shown, pretty okay, pretty average, pretty okay. Like, they showed, I'm Like, if I can remember, like I said, I'll say it. But in terms of the games that I was looking forward to, like Sonic Frontiers and Suicide Squad, I mean, you know, those games are already locked on my to-buy list and shit like that. So, and then in terms of the actual Game Awards part of it, I mean, I really didn't care about much of it. But like Chris said before, Forza got some dubs. They got 2 dubs for best. I forgot what the actual nominees, like the actual categories for it was, except for best innovation and accessibility. And I was like, Forza definitely deserved to win that one for sure, cause they damn near let that game play itself. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that was an easy dub for them. But in terms of the other one, I don't know. I think it won best racing game as well, which is probably the only racing game people actually play outside of like Gran Turismo and other shit. You know, actual fucking fun racers and shit. But I mean, it is what it is. Forza got out their little dubs and shit, and then Deathloop got fucking. It's basically the game version of an industry plant. Like, that shit was fucking. It won everything. Well, I wouldn't say it won everything, but it was like one of those games that just straight up, for some reason, the media fucking loves. And the Game Awards also loved that game as well. And it won Best Art Direction over Kenna and Ratchet and Clank. Like, what the fuck? And then speaking of Kenna, that game won Best Indie, which was clear as day. Cause Chris, you remember when we were talking about that, right? When that part showed up?
Yeah.
They had Boyfriend Simulator or Boyfriend something. It had Boyfriend in the title.
They had Boyfriend Simulator, some other unique titles.
I was like, yo, that game. I was like, Kenna definitely winning that shit, and it won because like it was the obvious pick for best indie. Because I played it. You see a video on my channel. The game's Kenna's fire. I'm gonna say that Kenna's fire, so it deserved to win that. And then in terms of what else was there? I don't want to talk about Game of the Year yet, but Returnal got Best Action Game, which is a PlayStation 5 exclusive. So you already know they had to get that one dub. So I feel like every company got like they like little thing, you know what I mean? Like Xbox got Deathloop and Forza. For some reason, Psychonauts 2 didn't get any wins, which was weird. But I mean, didn't play Psychonauts 2, so I can't really judge based on gameplay. It doesn't look that interesting to me. Nor does Deathloop, but I mean, like I said, it is what it is. But you know, PlayStation got Returnal. Microsoft got Forza and Deathloop. Nintendo got something for Metroid Dread. So I feel like every fanboy should be somewhat satisfied with their wins. They got, even though, you know, most people only really care about the actual Game of the Year stuff. I feel like everybody got what they got something. Like PlayStation got an award, Microsoft got an award, Nintendo got something. Like, I feel like there was a good balance of that, I guess. Even though both Deathloop and Forza got more awards than they should. Deathloop should not have won Best Art Direction. I'm standing by that shit. Even though I didn't play it, it doesn't look that fucking good, bro. Like, let's relax. And it does not. It definitely doesn't have the best art direction when compared to fucking Ratchet and Clank and a bunch of the other shit. Yeah. And then the actual game of the year went to It Takes Two, which I'm gonna just warn y'all right now on the stream, if whoever's watching, I'm playing that game with Chris sometime soon. Because I'm definitely copping that game along with Guardians of the Galaxy and other shit. I need new games. For the Christmas season. So we're definitely playing fucking It Takes Two soon. So and it won Game of the Year, so ain't it fitting? It wins Game of the Year, and I'm like, yeah, I want to. I mean, I did want to play it for a while, but I just didn't think about it too much because I was playing other games. But you know, now is hopefully the time I get to actually play that motherfucker. But yeah, that game won Game of the Year, so. Hopefully now we don't have to. Now on Twitter, hopefully I don't have to see people debating over whether or not Psychonauts 2 or Ratchet and Clank is better, because honestly, there's a clear quality difference between those two games anyway. Spoilers is Ratchet. Yeah, but niggas don't gotta argue between them two games because neither of them won, so it's like they're just kind of there, stagnant. It is what it is. Overall, game of the year, game awards. It's a for me. It's to okay, like, you know, it's just it's something that I'll probably forget about after after this video. But I mean, they show some cool games I'm looking forward to and shit, so like I'm not too mad about it. But to be honest, if y'all heard the way we was talking throughout the game show, y'all would have thought we was fucking hot.
Oh yeah.
Watching that shit is, I'm not gonna lie, seeing fucking Fortnite pisses me off.
Pure rage.
Cause I don't like Fortnite. I mean, honestly speaking, Fortnite probably would have been a better game if they didn't have the fort aspect. Cause honestly, if they didn't have the aspect, I would have been whipping in that bitch with Spider-Man right this second. I'm being honest. If they didn't have that bullshit fucking building mechanic, yo, we would have been on that shit.
That would have been lit. But in the sad reality, that's your ass.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, it really is what it is at this point. Like I don't like see it as like a huge, like the Game Awards is like a huge deal anyway. It's not really telling me, because you know, the thing about the Game Awards is like they usually tell you, it's like they spend way like more time trying to advertise shit that nobody really gives a fuck about than the actual award part of it. So that's why I'm like, you know, this is more or less for ads. But the thing about it to me is just like, you know, usually when games that I like don't even get nominated, like, you know, I feel like Game of the Year should have 10 nominees instead of like 6, because me personally, I would have put Demon Slayer and fucking Guilty Gear on that list for like 10 games. I would have had all them hoes on that shit, but I mean, the games that I actually fuck with, like, you know, usually don't get nominated, don't even get nominated, don't even get acknowledged, but shit, I really fuck with Kenna, that's why I won fucking Best Indie. Well, so, but it's never like an accurate description of what I think a Game of the Year should be or anything like that, but I mean, it doesn't really have to be, it just has to entertain me, and I'm like, and it barely entertained me. But I seemingly had a lot to talk about it, so I mean, Wait, is she there? Alright. Just have to make sure, cause...
Boy, get off me, Dominic.
Because right now, I am in need of water, first of all.
Dominic, it's not good to be annoying. I beat annoying people.
Yeah, but I think I covered all the topics based on this this Game Award shit. So we gonna actually play the game. Well, we were playing the game. It's just, you know, we was talking. What else is in there? Like I said, if I think of something, I'm gonna talk about it later. But yeah. So, Chris, what you thought about that tech demo that you was playing earlier?
The tech demo was pretty fire. You know, it got you to introduce the feeling of the Unreal Gaming 5. Let me pause this. Okay, yeah, it gives you that feeling of the Unreal Gaming 5, which I think, honestly, seeing what they're doing up ahead and for future gamings, if they're going to actually be using Unreal Gaming 5, there's definitely major, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Advancements? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Basically, long story short, if games are going to be popping up with Unreal Engine. Wow, I can't speak right now. Unreal Engine 5, I think that's what it's called. My brain is just like shitting on me right now. Yeah, that shit is bangers. It's hot. All right, seeing what it would be like in first person. Obviously, the game didn't already come with first person, but you know, when you're in flight mode, you could go to the height of first person. Looking around and stuff like that, I feel like the motion blur is still kind of annoying, but you know, if you take that off, you know, when the game gives you that setting to turn it off, honestly, looking around is just, it's just good. I felt like the game didn't really have 60 frames per second. That's just me. I really feel like there was no 60 frames on it, but I don't know. Honestly, I can't really tell which is 60 frames at this point. I ain't gonna do it. I really can't tell the difference whenever I see games like that. Maybe there are some games I could tell the significant difference.
School in the morning.
But that demo didn't really show that much difference to me. It felt, I mean, I guess since I'm on the PS5 a lot, I got accustomed to it, so I can't really tell that much of a difference. Because, you know, I don't really have games that really, I'd say, go on its full capacity of 60 frames that much. I'm usually on, you know, PS4 games to this day because all of PS5 games, well, there are some PS5 games out now, yes, but I don't really play them often, so I really can't complain or, you know, necessarily talk about the 60 frames. I just don't really touch it that much because most of my homeboys, you know, all my homeboys are still on the PS4, and, you know, I play with them, so seeing 60 frames is kind of more like a rare thing for me because I don't really be touching my own, like I said, I don't touch my own shit, so, well, I do, it's just... Damn, now I put myself in a stupid position. Okay, basically, I play the PS4 games and I do PS5 games. So, I'm very accustomed to seeing... what's the PS5? Well, PS4, 30 frames, right? Yeah. I'm used to seeing 30 frames per second type shit, and, brain is shitting on myself, so, bubble booey. I ain't gonna hold you. That. Niggas in Paris.
Oh my god. I started the mission, by the way.
I know, I was upgrading. Oh, yeah. But let me just fucking set up.
I'm not gonna lie, that fucking fight that we're both losing our minds today. We're old. But
old.
But like I found that goddamn shit hilarious when they showed fucking one thing about the Game Awards show is that they like having concerts at that bitch. I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm like, did they really need, to show like a fucking? The moment I heard, what was it? K-pop in that, in the thing. Like in the show, I was like, "What the hell is this, dog? Like, why are they doing this? Like, this isn't even for a game. They're just having a virtual K-pop concert." I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And then they had
call that maximum.
And then they had Imagine Dragons perform Enemy. And I'm like, why? But then I kind of peeped why they did it, because League of Legends won a lot of shit there, but like for categories that frankly nobody really cares about, you know. But like for like best esports game or something like that, I don't even remember, but I just know I saw the League win a bunch of stuff, right? So I figured out, yeah, they were definitely gonna perform that song for the Arcane show, and I'm like, if they're gonna perform that game, perform that song, I was thinking like, they're gonna show us something for League new, or they're gonna show us like the Project L fighting game. I was like, yo, if they're not gonna do that, then they wasting my time. It's like I want to see more of Project L. I frankly just wanted to see more games. It didn't even matter if they were fucking mid or trash. I just wanted to see more games. Cause they had like 3-4 concerts in that bitch. Like, for what? Like, they definitely could have cut down on a lot of that shit. Like, I was really thinking to myself, like, yo, they really wasting my time right now on shit that I personally don't care about, you know. And I think most people are gonna be looking at that Game Awards, like, cause I saw some of the reactions on Twitter and retweeted something, and I was like, yeah, this kind of ain't it. I'm a little bit more positive than most people, to be honest, when it comes to like Twitter and shit like that. So, you know, I don't, cause like I said, it's a different story when we're, like I said, when me and Chris was like watching the show live and shit. Like, we was watching the pre-show, and then the actual show. Like, I didn't even know there was a pre-show, to be honest. Well, I knew there was a pre-show, but I thought the show starts at 7:30, right? I'm thinking it's gonna start at 8. I'm thinking the show is gonna start at 8. Start at 7:30. Damn it! But it started at 8. So I'm like, why? Cause you know, they had celebrities there, they had YouTubers there, and I'm like, I really don't care. But you know, it was the pre-show, so I was like, you know, whatever. But like I said, the way me and fucking Chris react to this shit live, and then talking about it now is like two completely different things. Or me be like tweeting about it like every other like game or two that I was like interested in or didn't care about. I was just like tweeting about it and shit, and I'm just like, whatever. Cause before, like I said, before the Game Awards even started, and like I said, like, the thing about it to me is just like, I was really expecting that show to be like back-to-back fucking bangers, to be honest. The way fucking Jeff Keighley was hyping that shit up, like, that man couldn't fucking shut up on Twitter, bro. Like, for like days, he was hyping the fuck out of that shit, dog. And then here he comes in his fucking blazer suit and fucking Air Force Ones. And
that boy had the fucking Forza ones.
Yo, I swear, my first reaction was, yo, does this nigga got Air Forces? I was dying laughing because I was like, yo, this nigga never wears fucking, like, he wore a whole ass suit, but he always wears like sneakers and shit. I'm like, what the fuck type of drip is this? But you know, That man got on the black suit and black Air Forces. That man be coming in dripping, but I mean, shit, I don't got nothing like bad to say about the person himself. He's like just a presenter and shit. But I mean, he even went out of his way to condemn the Activision for all they bullshit that they've been trying to hide and trying to pull and shit. So good on him, I guess. But I mean, fuck it. I don't really care about that sort of stuff. Like I said, I wanted him to go up there and present some games. And that he did. It's just too bad the game. He also wanted to promote fucking mobile games with Google Play and shit like that. I'm like, yo, what is this, dog? Like, real talk. Like, who cares about niggas Spotify's rap, dog? Like, no, like, did I really need to hear that? You know, gamers listen to Montero by Lil Nas X. I'm like, yo. That shit was like, whatever, bro. And I think some people might watch this and be like, why is he playing Anthem? And I'm like, because Anthem is a game that I bought for like $7 and didn't really know much about it. What is this supposed to... Am I supposed to do something with this? Yeah, but me and Chris got this game for $7. Decided to play it.
And that shit is pretty cool. For a canceled game.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's just like the gameplay itself is pretty fun. But in terms of like it, you know, being an online game and servers crashing and not knowing to do what with certain objectives, and I guess, you know, certain objectives like crashing and shit. Game itself is pretty fire, but I kind of like, after watching videos on people not being able to get into the servers, I could see why people was like cold on this game. But from what I've played, shit's pretty fun. I don't know what to do here. I'm confused.
Follow the green marker.
Damn!
Not gonna lie, after I finish this stream, you already know how my streams go, an hour or more. But after I finish this stream, I'm gonna listen to some Juice WRLD and other shit, other music. Yeah. We freed the slaves.
Yes. Racism.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna listen to Giveon.
Alright. Wait, can't you listen to Giveon while you're doing your thing?
I can.
Wait,
sure I
no.
will.
I'm stupid.
It's
not like
don't worry, I got you.
you trying to listen. Can't you listen to that shit through your headset or whatever?
I don't have the playlist right now. I would have to go on Spotify.
Ah, damn. Well, that I get it now. So that man said he had to actively find that shit. I kind of need you to talk so while we're playing the mission.
Yeah, that's what I said after the stream. I'm not in desperate need of listening to Giveon right now. His music, it just slaps. I'm in the mood to listen to it, but you know, not desperately.
Nah, but for the stream though, I plan on playing with Garfield sometime soon because he's out.
Oh, he's out right now?
Yep.
I mean, after this, we could. I'll have to re-download the game though.
Oh shit! I'm about to die. Wait. Yeah, I bounced out that motherfucking hole, but. Yeah, but I suggest for anybody who hasn't watched the Game Awards to watch a supercut of all the games shown, because I'm gonna be honest, nobody really wants to see concerts and nobody really wants to see a bunch of mobile games and a bunch of advertisements for shit that really nobody cares about. Like, let's be real, like shit, there was a lot of shit there that didn't need to be there. But in terms of the game shown, I'm like, you know, like I said, I'm cool on it. Like, you know, there was games that I'm buying day one, or buying the moment I get a PS5. You know, shit like that. Like there was a moment where they was throwing out heaters, and then after a while they just straight showed mid, a bunch of mid, like. Like I said, there was a fucking. They even showed like. Here's the thing, right? Telltale Games, you know them, right? The niggas that make the interactive fucking games, you know, Batman, the Telltale series, Wolf Among Us, shit like that. Like the moment they showed them niggas in the pre-event, I'm thinking, yo, they about to announce fucking the Wolf Among Us 2. During the pre-show, imagine, right? But then they show off this fucking space game, and apparently that it's from a it's from an Amazon Prime show. I didn't know what the fuck that was in it, and it looked kind of good for a Telltale game. So I'm sitting there like, okay. They're doing this project instead of Wolf Among Us 2. Lame as fuck. But then I went on Twitter and noticed that they was working on another project. I'm like, why are they working on everything but the shit that we want? Like now they working on like a good amount of projects, and then you know, at one point Telltale Games went fucking bankrupt. And now they're putting themselves in the position where they could be bankrupt again, working on like 15 million projects. Unless they get in the bag from Amazon Prime or whoever working on this shit, like they need to work on the Wolf Among Us 2, dog. They already ended the Walking Dead, their Walking Dead series or whatever. So now it's like. Damn. Challenge completes. Nah, but Telltale need to work on that fucking game, bro. I've been waiting years for that shit, dog. Like, you know, a lot of their games, even though they're a lot of people consider them like movies, like they're fire ass games, dog. The Walking Dead series, The Wolf Among Us, Batman, Guardians of the Galaxy, and them shits are fire, dog. I don't give a fuck. And they working on shit that I don't hear about, so it's like, yo, shit, I'd take another fucking Game of Thrones game than whatever the fuck that shit was for Amazon Prime, dog. Like, I don't care, bro. Majority of the people want to see fucking Wolf Among Us 2, bro. Like yeah, ended the Wolf Among Us 1 on a goddamn cliffhanger. Y'all saw me stream the Wolf Among Us. That shit was good ass, bro.
I peep how there's a blue interceptor.
Huh? Shit.
There's a blue speedster like me, but he's just your color.
Oh wow. So that nigga can make a credible Sonic then. I just use blue because that's our colors now. Normally my shit would be black and red, but you know, you took you took that color on GTA, so I just said fuck it, I'll just take blue for everything. Blue is my color scheme now, and it makes sense. Sonic is blue.
I'm still in this nigga shit. That's why he shouldn't have win. I'm just faster than you, my boy.
Aw, damn. that man pulled up and said, "You're too slow." All right, what's next?
Nothing. Mission complete.
Alright, so I guess we can do another mission then. I'm in the stream. Yeah.
I gotta experience this Garfield menace.
It's not my job to send her home if we had an agreement. I don't want to see her face, period. You get what I'm saying? If I walk in there and I have to send her home, that's already making me feel uncomfortable at the workplace.
Yo, imagine the anarchy. Yo, I'm still thinking about that. It Takes Two is like the most safest game of the year ever, dog. Cause literally nobody can be upset by that game, bro. If you're upset by that game, you just don't like fun. Damn, that nigga hit a whole black flip.
How he level 22 but yet? Yeah, I won't say nothing, bro.
Nah, say it.
How he level 22 but yet he wearing the basic armor? What's going on here?
Y'all, you already know I don't care about slander on these start arts, especially something as tame as that.
That boy is just not dripping, but he's, I guess he, you know, that's probably his secondary character, you know what I'm saying? Probably. I kind of wish they have a PvP mode, but not really. Games I actually want PvP on, they don't have any.
Imagine this game with PvP though. That would be kind of lit, but at the same time, that would be kind of chaotic, considering the level of gear you would have to get. Well, the level of gear you could get. You know what I mean? Like, it would be cool. I'm not gonna lie. But like I was saying for the Game Awards, like I said, It Takes Two is like the safest option for Game of the Year.
Okay, I'll be there. Owen? Huh.
Even though probably a lot of people don't even think it's Game of the Year, but I do think it's like one of those choices where they're like, okay, I can see why. It makes a credible run. You know what I mean? Because Deathloop is a fucking industry plant. So obviously niggas don't. Deathloop is the equivalent of like someone like the Kid Little Warrior or something like that. Niggas that just people don't like for some reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it's a very bad comparison, at least for me, because I actually didn't fuck with the Kid Little Warrior's music. But point being is like he's that guy that just showed up out of nowhere, you know, and just started seeing success from an outside source, you know what I mean? And in this case, the outside source is fucking Microsoft, you know, buying Bethesda and being like, hey, yo, we go buy you, and, you know, this game you made for PlayStation 5 only, we're gonna, you know, celebrate it's our game type beat, you know? So, and a lot of people just don't like the game outside of like the fucking media. Like the media hypes Deathloop the fuck up, and you know, like I said before, it also won, you know, a bunch of categories and shit. Like at one point, niggas was saying that this shit might be the Microsoft Awards. Shit, I was saying it too. I was like, this shit looking very close to the Microsoft Awards. Hell, when there was a moment where I was watching the Game Awards, and I was like, and Forza won a category, and I saw that it was presented by Chevrolet, which is a car company. So I'm like, Forza winning this.
Forza already won the moment a car company supporting the car game.
Shit, it wasn't even a car company getting a car game. It was more like, you know, when they present their awards or whatever, it says presented by Chevrolet. I'm like, why the fuck are they, you know, promoting Chevrolet? And I realized it's a car company. So Forza was definitely winning that. So.
Wait, what are we doing? It says
I'm
ready.
I'm in a cutscene.
Oh, okay.
No, but I definitely think It Takes Two is a safe bet, because you know, Psychonauts 2 and Deathloop winning would have caused a bunch of the ponies, as you know, the guys, you know, the people that niggas on Twitter call fanboys or whatever, would have been upset, because you know, they don't like Microsoft or whatever, and they're like, Psychonauts 2 is mid as fuck, Deathloop mid as fuck, you know. And then if, say, Metroid Dread won, you know, a bunch of people who, I guess, dislike kiddie games, is like, how the fuck did a 2D Metroid game win Game of the Year, you know? It's a child's game, how the fuck, you know? The Game Awards out here shilling for Nintendo type beat, you know what I mean? Then, you got Ratchet and Clank, by PlayStation, and you already know what type of fucking shit, you know, it would have stirred if that game won Game of the Year. I'm being honest, like, niggas for some reason just don't like PlayStation. I don't understand. It's because PlayStation, for real, dog, it's like PlayStation make top tier games, and niggas be hating, dog. So I know if Ratchet and Clank won, it would have caused anarchy. I was low-key rooting for it too, because I was like, yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank, a game where you can load in fucking levels in seconds. Like, come on, man, that shit is fire. But in terms of it winning Game of the Year, I didn't know. There was a moment in time where it was kind of leaked, but you know, people would prove that shit was fake. And since It Takes Two won Game of the Year, it was actually fake. But you know, I was low-key rooting for it, because I was like, shit, if this game wins, I'm gonna have free entertainment on Twitter for like a whole day. Like, yo. Because niggas is mad when the game was supposedly leaked to win Game of the Year. Imagine when it actually won Game of the Year. Like, niggas would have been mad. Alright, I can't launch it until you're ready. I just remembered.
Oh fuck! I thought you was in the cutscene.
No, but that shit would have been free entertainment, dog. Like niggas was like, since Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart got leaked, you know, what's the point of watching the Game Awards if we already know Ratchet and Clank is gonna win? And then it turns out that Ratchet and Clank didn't win, and it turned out to be a fucking sleeper hit. Like none of the big name companies got the dub for that. Shit, Ratchet and Clank didn't get like any awards really, which was weird. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the awards they could have gave to Ratchet and Clank, they gave to fucking Deathloop. Like, dog.
Nah, this is dead ass how cheaters being shooter games for real. Ultra Instinct for real. This nigga trying to shoot him, right? And this nigga's character's just fucking zipping left and right. That's what it feels like for real, without the motion blur though. This is where I would uninstall the game. I ain't gonna hold you. That's what it feels like when I was playing Splitgate with y'all boys one time. I was shooting, buddy. He just teleported to the side. I said, "How the fuck?"
Well, I guess it's a good thing to know that after tonight, the Game Awards will be completely fucking irrelevant. Because, like I said, none of the bigger games got the dub. And because of that, there's not really much to talk about. I mean, what really can you talk about outside of, like, the games that you thought looked good, right? And, like, the actual Game Awards, right? It's either expected or, you know, fuck it, bullshit, right? Like, there's only so many times you can hear people say Returnal got robbed. We know. Like, but it won best action game, which it deserved out of all them fucking categories. I mean, one of them was Back for Mid, or as you know, normal people like to call it, Back for Blood. But either way, it wasn't like the Game Awards wasn't really like that interesting enough to really like have like really deep fucking thoughts about it and shit. It's just like they had games that you liked or didn't. I need to see what else is coming out in terms of music tonight, so that I can jam while I wait for you to download the Nick game. You said you're re-downloading that, right? So we can
yeah,
do the shits with Garfield.
Hey, you know I'm about to use Lasagna Boy. I'm
You know
about
what?
to smack y'all with the Lasagna Fury.
You know what? I just realized. There's this thing, cause I was playing with Garfield a little bit before you came. He's pretty gay.
As expected. The power of lasagna cannot be untouched.
I will say, his up circle is similar to like Patrick's. You know how like that shit will fucking dumpster dive you into the fucking edge of the stage and shit. That shit, his shit does a whole fucking rotation around, and if you're aiming the wrong way, you're fucked. So
I might main Garfield.
You might want to use that that up circle very wisely. I'm being honest. You know, it's also crazy. You know how he hates Mondays, right?
Yeah.
They actually make him stronger on Mondays.
So we're gonna play him on Monday, right?
Yes.
I like Garfield already. He hates Mondays like me.
That man is gonna be cracked on Monday. At first, I thought, cause like there's like a thing on Twitter where it said that, you know, Garfield would be unplayable on Mondays, right? Because, you know, he's sleeping, like, I guess. But they said that thing is fucking broken on Mondays like that. Yo, you can still play as him, but he'll be more gay on Mondays. Imagine the tournaments.
I think they're gonna ban him on Mondays.
They gonna make they gonna specifically make sure that Garfield isn't playable on Monday.
If they make tournaments, they're not gonna make him play. I promise you, they can't do that.
Yo, that'd be fucking cracked. If they get like, if someone gets a tournament running, and that game is on it, and they be like, hey yo, my main character is Garfield. He's like, oh, you're not playing then. That's tough, because our tournament's on Monday.
They'd be like, no, they would say if you're using what you call it, Garfield, too bad, you lost privileges.
They just outright ban niggas from using them because they know their tournament. Well, it depends on what time they do their tournaments. You know, on any normal time they'll be like, all right, you can use him. He's not that correct. But you know, on Monday, no sir, that's dead.
No, I feel like they're gonna do how they do with other fighting game tournaments. Any cracked out character, well, then again, they don't have what fucking Nickelodeon has, where he's dead ass broken on Monday.
Right.
But the moral is, you know, if any character that, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, that has like a lot of power, they have a tendency to say you can't use them. Like, they'll probably say limit on his moves or some shit, or if they see like spamming him, or like, you know, abusing their abilities because, you know, you could just hit them off right. They be like, they hit you with that ban wave. They're like, yeah, you can't play. You got disqualified for that.
Shit, imagine what rank is gonna look like on Mondays if, you know, the game still has like a player base. Cause I feel like they're slowly trying to rebuild that player base because the game kind of died out quickly, you know.
Well, of course. That shit is kind of boring. I'm not putting up a front. That shit is pretty lackluster, Buster.
No, but they like added alternative costumes and now Garfield. They're like they trying to bring that shit back. At first I thought Garfield being in the game was a fucking joke. I was like, ain't no fucking way they added this nigga before like Zuko or the TMNT or some shit. But here we are. They added fucking Garfield, and I'm like, all right. They added Garfield, and he's pretty fucking crazy. He's pretty. I'm telling you, he's pretty fucking.
You know what they need to do?
What?
They got, alright, if Garfield hates Mondays, they got to get the character that hates fucking Tuesdays.
And who would that be?
I don't know, but it'll be funny. Like, they have a character individually during the week, hates a certain day, and they get buffed.
But like I said, it's not like a specific thing, because that was a Garfield thing, you know what I mean? Like, Garfield hated Mondays, not like, you know, it's not like any other character would be like, oh yeah, I hate Tuesdays, oh yeah, I hate Wednesdays, and he's like, fuck Saturdays.
Wait, you know they should have done? They should make an all patch update, because invaders hate humans. You play as a human, he should be buffed.
You know what? If they do something, because like, say for example, Invader Zim, he wants to destroy humans, right?
Yeah, he wants to take over Earth.
They should make it to where if he plays a human character, that nigga is basically fucked. Kind of like how Frieza gets a semi-buff in like certain fighting games because he hates Saiyans. They could do something like that. That'd be unique.
That'll be very unique, and it'll balance out the faggotry of Garfield.
Shit, like say for example, like I don't know if there's a character in that game that like hates cats, right? But imagine.
I think Invader Zim himself low-key hates cats too. He just don't like anything that's on Earth. That should count. That's why he wants to take it over.
No, but like think about it. If there was a character that hates cats or hates animals, right? And then Garfield hates Mondays. That would be like a pretty fair.
That'd be a fucking Ultra Instinct versus full power Jern fight at that point.
Yeah, and that would be dope.
It'd be so fucking funny. You see Garfield's like, fucking. He wouldn't say fucking, but you know, he would like, Mondays.
And then he'd be like, and then you have another character, he'd be like, I fucking hate cats.
And he'd be like, a feline. You know what they should do? They should make teams. Cat Dog and Garfield would be the perfect team. You see the cat part of Cat Dog talking to Garfield like, you hate Mondays.
I mean, the thing about it is that whatchamacallit, Multiverses has 2v2, so imagine if the Nick game had 2v2s. I'm pretty sure they're gonna add it because all the stuff that the Nickelodeon game doesn't have, the Multiverse game has it. Welcome.
The trip. Oh, it was fabulous. Yeah, I just loved
Symbiotic Titan. Symbiotic Titan, what's going on?
100K. That man said he wanted his royalties. Everybody skip this cutscene. Goddamn.
Yeah, I already seen it. You already seen it too.
This guy. This nigga said Jewish.
These niggas are weird on my meme fucking meme app. Hey yo.
Wait, what happened?
Alright, so I didn't even think your account was coming back. I ain't even gonna hold you. Damn. Alright, I'll learn that next time.
We shall play it as soon as I finish this mission.
Nah, but basically this meme, right? It's an anime, right?
You said an Anthem too? Oh, damn. I'm thinking he wants us to play Anthem. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna just kill you." Nah, but we definitely on the Avengers when we finish this mission. As Chris is downloading the Garfield update. Nah, before you came, me and Chris was gonna play as
that's
Garfield.
A player.
Me and Chris, we're going to test out Garfield in the Nick game before you came. Yeah, they added Garfield to the Nick game.
I'm about to smack everybody with the power of lasagna. Oh, but basically the meme, right? His homeboy turned into a girl. No, that's Otis. Oh, he talks shit. Yes.
Well, not in the game, but I think they think that's what he was more referring to, like how he work in the game. But basically, I mean, the funniest part is like you would think that, but they added characters that normally didn't even fight, like fucking Lincoln Loud. You know, a character from the Loud House. Yeah, but he doesn't really fight that much either. But he has a fucking, you know, they added shit to him. But basically Garfield kind of plays like how you would kind of expect, like most normal game. Oh.
Oh, how did you get your account back?
Finding old friends.
What happened?
Well, see, here is no notice at all. You're gonna react.
Alright, that's what's up.
What's up? I don't.
Why?
You like it, honey? I promise you love it.
Think you want you to tell them?
Underrated or overrated? No. I know this is out of nowhere.
Alright, so this is our last mission. I'm gonna go ahead and down.
Yeah, I'm out of here.